All right, Coach, we are pleased fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the end at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Check 43.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 47 yards.
First down. First and 10.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Set, ready. 18 Gator. Double. Slam. Hook, 6, weak. Ball shot. 56, the mark, boys. 56. Check, 56. Let's pick it up. It's out time, guys. Out time. Let's get off the field.
Second and 13. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
Brings up third down and 13.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
You can't block me. Switch.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches' meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, how come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with coaches, but it is a big part of it. And look at how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick, and not only does it set a tone, it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for our first points of the game. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Switch.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here's 2nd and 8. This is the tight end Fant, and they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 15-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
At the Colts' 10-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. 2nd and 3. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. From 3 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Buddy up! Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. How you get on the head? How you get on the head?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Come on, Lyle. We better than
A
that.
7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
We want it. Come to my world. Shift. Quick dash. Come. Go. 54.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. He's got Evans. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down.
Gain of 17
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
The end result was brute force on brute force, but think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
Whip. Watch the whip. Check safety. Watch the twist. Watch the talk. Hey, watch it. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Looking to throw. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 2nd and 10. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to throw here. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. They stop him for only 3 that time.
It wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on 4th down.
Check three.
They'll try and sneak it here. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Sponge, right side. Bravo. Slam.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Check. Watch 54. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, defense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Ready, 56. Big 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Here we go, here we go. Check, check the ball. Check 50, check 50. Kill.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be second down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
From the 21, it's second and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. Watch that.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They'll drop to throw. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Josh Reynolds there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. 23 yards on the play. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. Doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Fields. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 23-yard run. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Strip that ball. Shoot. Check. Fresno.
2nd and 2. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Hey, watch the slant.
They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
We'll go 4 verticals because he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Get ready.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
23 yards. First down, Falcons.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
2nd and 4. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up. Denzel Ward.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Set, hut, 60 outlaws. Check pass, slant, switch, shift, watch the shift. Go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
Check, watch 54.
He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quinnen Williams in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 31-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Fields. And it's knocked away and incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the gun, Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability and a sack result.
Start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quentin Williams able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Fielded at the 43. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Throwing on first down. Fields. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the screen.
And to give this time to the tailback. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. 38 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive. Back
now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Hey, squeeze. Check 24. Watch 24.
Back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Well, that's one of the main responsibilities of a safety in any defense. A long way downfield before he's able to corral him, but that's why you have him on the field, the last line of defense.
He made the play. I don't know if it'll be remembered. They're probably so mad that the run went for that long.
Wonder if they were thinking pass in that situation as opposed to run and being caught a little bit out of position. Fortunately, he's able to track him down.
Josh Jones in on the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Falcons' 38-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
On play action, they'll throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Right there. 54, right there, right there.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he is going to go down here, but we also have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check it out. 54. Watch 54. Exit. Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike, set up.
He'll look to throw. And this is caught by Evans. And down inside the 15 he goes. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 14. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. Completes it to Lee. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Colts on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marquise Lee there to make the grab. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with your theme there, playing
touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons push further out in front. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Watch 54. Watch the run.
They go play action here on first down. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll look to throw here. He finds his target. It's Evans. And they'll get this down to the 10. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Evans once again the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown.
Under crunch.
Looking to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as he'll go for it on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A gain of 3, second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
On 3rd and 2, Fields. He's got his tight end Fant, and he slips up past the 40. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Going deep downfield for Ross. This is caught inside the 15. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big-time play there for the Falcons. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fields to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing again. Fields. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football.